the chosen one. You have been upgraded quickly. Listen, this message is not for everyone. This is for the uncommon ones. The few, the spiritually conscious, the warriors who have survived seasons of quiet, grown in darkness, and walked through flames no one knew were there. This improvement is focused on energy and spiritual identity, rather than physicality. You did not acquire this by attempting to be noticed. You were picked for this when no one was looking. You were chosen not based on popularity or position, but on alignment, assignment, and preparedness. While the rest of the world believed you were stationary, you were quietly changing. What is occurring right now is an expression of internal mastery. The cosmos has been whispering, and now it affirms loudly. You've been upgraded. Before we go further, take a minute to center yourself. This video has heavenly timing. Watch the video till the conclusion and leave a comment with your best wishes. Incorrect. 777 to confirm your agreement. This simple gesture represents more than just involvement. It is an activation. It sends energy into the cosmos to assist your new season and awakens previously locked doors. Allow your desires to be expressed. Plant seeds for your future. Allow the energy you hold. Bless the days ahead. Something strong is being unleashed via you, and your statement serves as a signature on what is already yours. Now choose one. I like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. This is not a random improvement. It's not luck. It's not a coincidence. It's divinely designed. You've been transferred to a new frequency, a greater vibration, and a more unified identity. And although you may not feel it entirely, something about you has already changed. Your viewpoint differs. Your patience has developed. Your presence is more impactful. This is what miraculous enhancements are like. Not always loud, not always appreciated, but unquestionably authentic. The discomfort you've experienced was not punishment. It was a preparation. And now that the skies have verified it, you'll be able to see what was planted within. Bloom externally. You will not have to pursue what is presently flowing towards you. The effort you conducted in the dark has advanced you to a level that few people achieve. This improvement is not intended to raise the level of applause. It's about activation with a purpose. You hadn't even realized it. But while others performed, you transformed. While others sought the stage, you were cleansed. While some sought affirmation outside of themselves, you sought truth inside yourself. That is why this moment is yours. This is why the shift recognizes you. Because you did not sacrifice your individuality in order to be accepted. You remained loyal. You maintained a frequency. When pandemonium threatened your tranquility, you stood firm. You continued to rise even when your strength was low. And now, yes, now it's your turn. You are not being updated so that you may brag. You are being improved because you were designed to be ready for whatever comes next. Everything that was too large for your previous season, you see. Before the update, several items did not fit. Opportunities did not feel aligned. Relationships were not supportive. Resources did not flow. But now the script is different. The narrative is evolving. The blessing has developed. And so have you. Your energy has altered. And now the world must reflect this. People who come into your life today will respect the version of you that is emerging, not the one you had to endure. Opportunities that arise today will align with your vision, not simply your requirements. The doors that are opening today are more than merely convenient. They serve as doors of call. Many people saw the version of you that was under construction, but they are about to see the version that has been anointed for leadership. The version of you that walks with clarity. The version that no longer seeks alignment, but rather attracts it. This update demonstrates that your obedience was not in vain, that your quiet was not nothingness, but holy, and that your isolation was not rejection, but refining. You have been promoted in private, and it will soon be shown in public. You are no longer focused on survival. You are acting from a position of sovereignty. The chosen one. Don't be shocked if certain things start to drift away. This is part of the upgrading procedure. Energies that no longer align with your frequency must be eliminated. Don't hang on to the past now that the new has found you. People who are comfortable with your former level may become distant. That's not your loss. This is your emancipation. God is making way for what is worthy of the future you. You will not have to explain the change. You won't have to show your advancement. Your presence will serve as an announcement of your change. The light you hold today will not need a microphone. It will reverberate in rooms where your name has never been pronounced. Your voice is also undergoing a profound heavenly transformation. Have you noticed how your remarks now carry greater weight? Your quiet now communicates more truth, and your presence now brings order to chaos without saying anything. That update to your inner strength has rewired your effect on the planet. And what's amazing is that you didn't have to push it. You didn't pursue this. You did not modify timelines. You remained faithful. And now it's showing. Everything in your trip was purposeful. Every delay, every sorrow, every silent night when it seemed like no one saw your tears. Everything built up to this awakening. You were not being penalized. You were being rebuilt. And now, the person who once doubted whether the promise would ever be fulfilled is stepping into it. You are no longer the version who begged for breakthrough. You represent the breakthrough. You are the shift. You are the beacon of hope for upward mobility. Even after rejection, treachery, desertion, or delay, do not downplay what is occurring right now, simply because it does not appear how you imagined. Upgrades don't usually include trumpets. Sometimes they come in the form of tranquility, clarity, quiet confidence, the capacity to say no without guilt, the discernment to walk away from what drains you, and the awareness that your value has never been related to how much you achieved, but to who you have always been. This season will need you to perceive yourself differently, to regard yourself as someone chosen, rather than someone attempting to walk boldly. Even if your knees tremble as you stand up, even if your history still whispers humiliation, you've been upgraded, and it's time to move on from that spot. Yes, this entails accountability. Yes, it indicates greater standards. Yes, it means you will be misinterpreted by people who have not yet realized their own update. But that's okay. You're not here to persuade them. You came here to embrace truth, to walk with grace, to shine with silent force. You haven't gone this far to play little. You did not go through all of that only to hide. You did not develop to blend in number. You were meant to lead, and that begins right now. Let the old go. Let go of your tiny thinking. Let the self-doubt go. The upgrading did not occur just in spirit. It occurred. Consider what you think about yourself. You must now match the level at which you have been summoned to talk from that location. Consider that perspective. Leave the location. Don't let old anxieties have a say in this new chapter. They do not belong. They did not survive the fire with you. Only the updated version worked. There is something hallowed about divine timing. When the skies select the perfect time to disclose what has always been planned. And now that your upgrading has started, the time to hide is past. You weren't upgraded to stay tiny. You were not exalted to be passive. You were summoned higher to claim your light and ultimately walk into your full potential. Even if you're still processing what just transpired, believe this. You are not going back to the previous level. That chapter has been closed. You've already passed the barrier. You may sense a strange combination of unknown force and unexpected pressure, but do not be alarmed. Growth feels like that, and it is the result of your metamorphosis. You're presently wandering through a realm that used to scare you. The locations that formerly rejected you are now receptive to your presence. Before you ever speak, your energy code has been rewritten. Your internal system has been updated. The spiritual software within you has been updated. And now the outer world has no option but to react appropriately. You will notice a difference in how others respond to you. Some will be attracted to your vibe without understanding why. Others may be uncomfortable around you, and you will not have to say anything. That is not your burden. This is their reaction to your upgrading, and you must be okay with it. This level is not intended to please everyone. It is about following the voice that brought you to this point in the first place. You are not here to dilute yourself in situations that you have outgrown. You've come to bring light to regions that were waiting for it. The chosen one. Please do not second think this. You may not have received an announcement. No one may have given you a party. No one may have congratulated you. Spiritually, there was a rejoicing. Heaven noticed the transition. The universe changed its pattern. Something in the fabric of time and space has realigned for you. When that upgrade occurred, your whole energy field started to echo it. This is why things are changing. That is why old pals remain distant. That's why opportunities are emerging. That felt tailor-made for you. This is what it looks like when the update becomes a reality. However, with each upgrading comes an adjustment. Don't be disheartened by the pain. It's all part of the process as your body, mind, and soul adjust to this new version of yourself. You could feel weary. You could experience overstimulation. You may even feel uncertain. But this is not a retreat. It's a readjustment. Your soul is being fitted into the identity you have always had. The outdated frequency can no longer support your future. And the more you accept the transition, the smoother the upgrading will be. Be attentive of your ideas right now. Your internal dialogue is more powerful than ever before. What you say to yourself is a blueprint for your reality. If you continue to think like the old self, you will undermine the fresh prospects that demand a new perspective. The upgrading necessitates fresh self-talk. Speak life over yourself. Speak power, clarity, and plenty. When doubt attempts to murmur, you react with the divine truth. You tell yourself that I've been updated and will not shrink. I have been selected and I shall not fear. I've been called and I will not apologize for it. This is also a moment to be very selective. Not everyone has access to you right now. Not because you're better than them, but because your energy has to be preserved. The upgrade comes with limitations. The new level has filters. People who previously had access to your time, ideas, and spirit may suddenly feel stifled. That is not cruelty. That is wisdom. That is protection. And the more you appreciate yourself, the more others will value you as well. Your intuition is heightened right now. You will realize that your gut instincts are clearer. You'll be able to hear inner guidance louder. As a result of your spiritual upgrade, you now have access to information, insight, and alignment that the logical mind cannot understand. But believe it. Follow it. Allow it to lead. The guidance you are receiving now is not based on your past ones. It is from your divine assignment. You don't react to life anymore. You are being directed. And your ability to hear and move will influence everything from this point forward. Pay attention. Opportunities will suddenly appear. Miracles that you thought would take years will occur in days. People you never expected to meet will unexpectedly enter your space. Invitations, contracts, and recognition. It will all start to flood in. Why? Because you are now in position. Before the upgrade, your energy might have repelled what you wanted. Not because you were unworthy, but because you weren't quite ready. But now, you are now ready. You're all in agreement now. Now the door is unlocked. You're no longer chasing success. You are Magneto seizing it. You're not asking for permission. You are walking with authority. You are not attempting to persuade others of your value. You have realized your own. That is why you have been upgraded. Because your identity has changed from seeker to sender. From survivor to signal. From wounded to awakened. There will be times when you wonder if this is real, when it feels too good, too powerful, or too fast. But believe and own it. The same grace that has sustained you through your trials will also establish you and your success. You remain faithful in the furnace. You will now flourish in the favor. You remained loyal in the wilderness. You will now lead in the land of the chosen one. The remainder of this journey will not require any additional effort. It will take more trust. Trust the timing. Believe in your preparation. Believe in what is rising within you. And when fear knocks, and it will, you look it in the eyes and respond. That version of myself no longer exists. I don't live there any longer. I've been upgraded. Allow your selections to reflect the new you. Let your behaviors reflect your recovery. Let yourself walk. Show the world that you are no longer who you used to be. You're not the same person you were last week. You are changing in real time, and the cosmos is reacting in kind. You've entered area that your prior self wished to enter. Don't ignore it. You are now stepping in, having answered requests that previously seemed so far away. And the reason this season feels different is because your spiritual vibration has matched your destiny. Previously, it seemed like you were continually reaching, hoping, and waiting. But now, you are now walking in proper alignment. Now you're attracting rather than pursuing. You are now standing in the frequency of fulfillment. And this alters everything. This boost you have gained is not immediately visible to the naked eye. In reality, many people will struggle to grasp it since the transition began within. However, it will become evident in time. The manner you talk will convey greater power. The way you walk into a room will draw attention, not because you are louder, but because your soul has become louder. Your presence has been amplified without your words. This is what divine improvements accomplish. They grow your energy before expanding your surroundings. This explains why you've noticed a difference in your surroundings. It may seem like everything familiar is being reconfigured. People are becoming disconnected. Opportunities are shifting. Places that were previously comfy now seem constrictive. That is not random. That is your improvement. Rejecting your previous world when your soul outgrows its surroundings. The universe will begin to remove everything that does not fit your elevation. This is not rejection. It is a refinement. Your sole task now is to trust the release. Let them go. Let's see what is breaking apart. Collapse. Don't hang on to relationships that were solely designed for the previous version of you. Don't return to locked doors just because you're sentimental. What is ahead of you is much too important to sacrifice for the comfort of the past. You've been promoted into a new position, and it comes with new duties, new energy, and new surroundings. Trying to pull old pieces into this new jigsaw will simply postpone your next level. Protect your elevation within stress. The chosen one. You're now becoming what you were previously frightened by. You're stepping into shoes that previously appeared too enormous to fill. You're functioning in clarity that earlier seemed remote. You're manifesting power that previously seemed like a dream. And here's the key. This didn't happen because you pushed it. It occurred because you aligned. You recovered. You let go. You choose peace. You confronted the hard things that others avoided. You remained awake when it would have been easy to go numb. That's why you're here now. The world may call this growth. Heaven calls it preparedness. Your upgrading will not always feel easy since discarding old skin is painful. You may feel emotions surge without notice. You may lament past dreams, old friendships, old time frames. You may feel lonely even in the middle of your breakthrough. And that's all right. Give yourself permission to feel it. But don't remain there. What you're letting go of is nothing near what you're stepping into. The tranquility, the clarity, the purpose, the reward, it's going to be worth all you released. Your update also comes with a fresh outlook. Things that formerly appeared appropriate will suddenly seem out of place. You'll desire greatness. You'll be attracted to purpose-driven interactions. You'll favor tranquility over commotion. You'll learn to worry less about being noticed and more about being aligned. That's the fruit of change. That's the proof of elevation. Your values are evolving because your soul recognizes what you're being prepared for. This season will also expose your capacity to influence without trying. You'll start inspiring people. You'll notice people wanting your guidance, your presence, your opinion. You become a lighthouse, a beacon, and not because you yell for attention, but because you've personified sincerity. That's what the update does. It transforms you into an energized reference point for those who are seeking their path. Don't take it lightly. You're not only enhanced for yourself, you're enhanced for others, for your family, for your lineage, for your community, for your calling.